Welcome to the Laughing Fruit.
Deeno and the Lost Egg. In a valley where the sun painted the mountains gold every morning, there lived a young dinosaur named Deeno. Deeno was small for his age, with bright green scales that shimmered in the sunlight and a curious heart that seemed to notice everything. Unlike the other dinosaurs, Deeno didn't roar loudly or stomp around boldly. He didn't care for racing through the valley or showing off his strength. Instead, he loved to watch the clouds, ask questions about nature, and explore the hidden corners of the valley that others often ignored. Deeno's favorite place was a quiet clearing by the river, where the water ran clear and smooth over colorful stones. One morning, as the dew sparkled on the ferns, Deeno wandered closer to the riverbank than usual. He was so busy observing a family of butterflies that he didn't notice a faint, lonely chirping sound coming from a patch of rocks. Chirp, chirp, went the sound. Curious, Deeno crept closer. Peeking between the rocks, his eyes widened. There, lying all alone, was a tiny, cracked egg. It wobbled slightly as if it had been trying to hatch. Deeno's heart ached for the little creature inside. "Oh no," he whispered. "You're all alone." He gently nudged the egg with his snout. "Don't worry, little one. I'll help you." Deeno tried to lift the egg onto his back, but it was heavier than he expected. He wobbled, teetering dangerously on the riverbank. For a moment, he thought about asking the bigger dinosaurs for help, but a pang of fear stopped him. What if they laugh at me for being small? What if they say I'm not strong enough? Deeno took a deep breath, puffed out his tiny chest and whispered, "The egg needs me. I can do this. I have to try." Carefully, he balanced the egg and started the slow journey back to the forest. Almost immediately, challenges began to appear. First, a wobbly log spanned a rushing stream, its surface slick with moss. Deeno stepped gingerly, one foot after another. His heart pounded. "I can do this. I can do this," he muttered. Halfway across, the log creaked and Deeno froze. The egg wobbled slightly, but he adjusted his grip. Step by step, he made it across. Next came a patch of sticky mud. Every time Deeno lifted a foot, it stuck and pulled him down. He grunted and tugged, his legs trembling with effort. "Almost there?" he whispered, shaking off the mud. Then, just as he thought he could finally relax, a shadow passed overhead. Deeno looked up and froze. A T-Rex was napping nearby. Its enormous snout twitched. Deeno held his breath, tiptoeing past the sleeping giant, careful not to make a single sound. The T-Rex snorted in its sleep, but didn't notice him. Deeno let out a quiet sigh of relief and continued his journey. Just when he thought the adventure was almost over, Deeno felt tiredness creep into his limbs. The egg seemed heavier than ever. That's when his friends appeared. Trixie the Triceratops, Spike the Stegosaurus, and Sky the Pterodactyl arrived. "Deeno! What are you doing all alone?" Trixie asked, concern in her voice. "I found this egg, and I'm trying to get it back to the forest," Deeno explained. "But it's so heavy, and I'm scared." Spike nudged him gently. "Don't worry, little buddy. We'll help you. You've been brave enough to try, so let us do the rest." With teamwork, lifting, pushing, and guiding together, they crossed the final stretch safely. Deeno felt his heart swell with gratitude. Finally, they reached a cozy nest hidden in a quiet clearing, bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun. Carefully, Deeno placed the egg inside. The egg wobbled, quivered, and cracked open. Out popped a tiny baby dinosaur, its eyes bright and full of life. It chirped happily, looking up at Deeno with trust and joy. Deeno's chest swelled with pride. "I did it," he whispered, a tear of happiness sliding down his cheek. "I really did it." That evening, as the stars began to twinkle, Deeno thought about everything he had learned. Courage isn't about being big or strong, it's about doing what's right, even when you're scared. Helping others makes challenges easier and friendships stronger. Believe in yourself, you might surprise everyone. From that day forward, Deeno continued to explore. He knew that with curiosity and kind friends, he could make a big difference. And sometimes, when he watched the baby dinosaur chirp in its nest, Deeno smiled, knowing that the tiniest acts of bravery lead to the biggest adventures.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome videos!